All right, so what we have here is just a quick idea for what I'm going to call a potato table. And I saw this somewhere else, and of course I've stolen it and used it before. So we're just going to have 4 legs for our table. So just like that. And we're going to take a piece of wood here, 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 and here. We're going to make the top of the table. Now that's it. So we got the 4 legs, and we have the 4 pieces to make the wide frame, right? And what we're going to do is with 5-gallon buckets, you know, they kind of look like this. They have a little edge thing on them right here at the top. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put this edge right here. Right, so now we got a bucket right here, and it's resting on this edge, and this edge. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of wood, and we'll stretch it between here. And then we'll put our next bucket, and we'll do the same. And then our next bucket, and the same. And then our next bucket. And what you end up with is 4 hanging buckets. And you can grow pretty much whatever in this because it's not going to be tampered with by the other soil. Now inside your growth bucket, as I'm going to call it, it should have a couple different layers. So you need to drill some holes so it drains properly. And you don't need a lot of them, but you need at least 4 or 5 of them. You know, you also don't want all your dirt pouring out of them. So don't put giant holes. Then you want to like put some rocks in here, something to give yourself an air pocket here. You want air right here, all right? You're going to fill all this with soil. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our potatoes in right here. We're going to add a little bit of soil to it. Leave the sprouts sticking out of the top of the soil, just a little. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put dry leaves on top. Anything that's like dry or anything like that. So the table is literally 8 pieces of wood plus however many buckets you want to make. Now in the thing that I saw, it showed 6 buckets with about 4 potato sprouts in each, and it really seemed to produce a lot of potatoes. I don't know that that would keep a full family going, but one person, I think it keeps going indefinitely. So 6 of these, and I think what you're going to find is you have more potatoes than you can deal with. And this is very easy. This can be put together with scrap wood. And you don't need very much to do that. A hammer, nails, and maybe a handsaw. So we can get this done. And this will supply you basically like endless potatoes. That's right. For some more specific answers, we're going right here to the tape measure. And we've got our bucket lid at just under 12 inches across. So your gaps should probably be less a ½ inch. So you're talking about 11 1/4 and then a brace piece of wood. All right, so let's talk, people. We need 4 legs at 32 inches each. This is countertop height. So we need 4 legs at 32 inches each, right? Now what you need is like a 2x4 or even maybe just a 1x4 works. And what you're going to do is you're going to put one across here. So the gap from here to here should be 12 inches. So this isn't a very deep table, right? Now we want to go 6 across. So we're dealing with somewhere around 72 inches wide. So the back run should be about 72. And every 12 inches, you're going to need a brace. And what you're going to do is just drop your buckets down there. And they will rest on the wood and hang free of the soil and, you know, bugs and other things getting to them directly. You see what I mean? This should go very, very far for you and be very, very cheap and affordable to make. And it should produce literally an endless supply of potatoes.